Big win, Don Wilson here for Top MMA News. Here with Luke Harris, and I got to say, pretty much fresh off the win over Jason Zentgraf. Why don't you talk us through that beautiful win by you?
Oh man, it was just we trained for Zentgraf. He's a fight was supposed to happen earlier, and then I had an injury.
Yep.
So I mean, we had a lot of time to train for this guy, and then fight pretty much went as planned. Took takedown to submission. It's kind of what I do.
Well, it's definitely what you do. Now, obviously, someone like Zentgraf, his record compared to yours, you were both 10, 11 fights. You had mostly submissions between both of you. Were you worried at all about his submission game?
Not really. I feel pretty comfortable on the ground against most guys.
Yeah.
I train with some great guys at the Hayabusa Training Center, and I go off to Drysdale's as well. So I train Drysdale's in Vegas. So I mean, some real good guys there for sure.
Now, tell me about that. Let's talk about Hayabusa. That's the big news. I hear you have a new, bigger gym opening up as well. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's a gym in Kingston, Ontario, the Hayabusa Academy. It's not completely related to the Hayabusa Training Center in St. Albert, but I mean, I run the Hayabusa Training Center in St. Albert, and we're moving into like a big facility next week. So I mean, a lot of big things happening. I mean, we have 2 guys on the card here, like 5 guys fighting next weekend, and then a couple guys after that on aggression. So I mean, we have a lot of momentum. About 25 guys fighting professionally out of the gym, and I mean, it's just going all the time.
Why don't you touch on a few of those names? And we have Roger Alves coming back, hasn't fought in years. Chase Maxwell, Rocky Biggs, Big Bad Beaumont.
That's right.
It really just iron sharpen iron. You got bad boys coming out of that gym. Why don't you talk about a few of them?
Man, we have incredible talent. That's it's the place to go right now. That's for sure. I mean,
it really has become the epicenter for
we
Alberta.
have one of the best kept secrets. Jeff Montemurro, amazing MMA coach. I mean, you can't have better. I handled the jits, and then we have Roger Alves with the wrestling, and I mean, it's just us together. We work a lot with Keijo from Frank Lee's with our stand-up as well. I mean, we have it's incredible.
What do you talk about Roger? He's one of the odd guys. He's been in the sport, 5, 6, 7 years since his last fight?
Oh, yeah.
So what's
at least. Yeah. At least. It could have even been longer. I mean, he's fought guys like Cajun Johnson and also Jesse Bongfeld, in his debut. I mean, he fought in the sport before, it was the sport it is now, basically. But, I mean, incredible talent. Watch for this guy. He's a 6-time national level champion. I mean, he's incredible. Awesome guy, too.
What about you got Unified coming up? I think you have Chase Maxwell and Rocky Biggs. How do you think they're going to be doing in their fights?
Oh man, these guys are killers. I mean, Chase is a real competitive fight. I think this one's for a belt, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a very competitive fight against Jordan McKay, but he's ready for it.
Yeah.
He's looking great. Rocky Biggs, Rocky's been smashing guys, so I mean, I expect the same thing out of him. We have Mike Scarcello on the card as well. I mean, this guy. He came from another gym, but he's been with us for quite a while now, and I mean, he just keeps getting better. The kid's he's gonna be incredible.
It's just exciting, the amount of talent coming out of there. Now, when we talk about back to you, what's going on with you? Do we know where we're going to be seeing you next? Maybe
man.
MFC title shot?
Who knows? It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. I mean, I'm getting married this summer, so that, and I got all these guys fighting, so that's really my focus right now, getting all these other guys ready. But
you can't take a fight on wedding month. You can't do that.
No. My fiance would kill me.
Wedding would be off then. So can you elaborate at all on your contract status with the MFC?
Well, we just do 1-fight deals actually. So I mean, I'm currently a free agent. I love fighting with the MFC. I mean, they've treated me great. Get great exposure, as you can see with last fight with Boss Rutan and everything. I mean, so. Can't argue with that.
Now, I got to ask this. Are you worried that 1-fight deals will ever negate you from getting a title shot with the MFC? I know they're pretty big on, if you're going to get a belt, we want long-term signing.
Yeah, not really.
Not really?
No.
Not worried at all?
No.
And what about, would you ever be open to fighting outside of the MFC? Have offers come down the pipeline at all that have excited you?
Yeah, no, there's been lots of offers, but I mean, that's really from a manager to decide. I have a great manager, Kyle Stoltz. I mean, he manages, I think, it was just Drysdale and I who were the guys outside the UFC. Now Drysdale signed with the UFC, so I think I'm the only fighter he has who's not with the UFC yet. So.
Well, maybe one more win we'll see inside that UFC. Now, before we let you go, family, friends, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, Hayabusa. Hayabusa and Hayabusa Training Center.
Well, there we go. Nice, short, and sweet. And speaking of Hayabusa Harris on Twitter?
Yeah, Hayabusa Harris.
Make sure you give him a follow. Great stuff on Twitter, fans. Once again, big win, Don Wilson. Luke Hayabusa Harris, Top MMA News.